Hebrews are coming, yeah. Hebrews are coming. Hebrews are coming, yeah. 100,000, 44,000. 100,000, 44,000. 100,000, 44,000.
Shalom Israel, welcome to another show with ISBHPK, the news. We thank you for joining us. This show is geared towards hitting all the news topics, all the trending topics. Probably going to throw a little Facebook topics in there also. So that's what this show is based on. Today, once again, we have with us Priest Lakarab and Priest
Zion
and Priest.
All
right, shalom. All right, and what topic are we going to touch on today?
Today we're going to be dealing with the sex dolls.
Okay, and sex dolls.
We're going to be dealing with the sex dolls. It's a big topic because you have a lot of men. They're actually putting reasoning out of why a man should have a sex doll.
Okay.
You know, they're saying that the sex dolls don't talk back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're saying, well, all the real women, they wear the fake nails, the fake hair.
Mm-hmm.
Sex dolls do the same thing.
Right.
They're fake.
Right.
You know, so why not have a sex doll?
Nothing is off limits in terms of what you're talking to her about. You can talk to her about adult content and adult conversations, mature sexual subject matter that normally, obviously, Siri will be very evasive when you try to talk to her about that, which people do all the time. So we wanted to really create a very open-ended kind of discourse that you could have with this AI, and I think that's what makes it fun. Basically, the way the head works is we have 12 points of articulation in the face, and so they're all kind of working together. You have your eyebrows, your eye blinks, eye side to side, neck up down, neck side to side, smile, mouth, and all these things have to really work together to make it come across as sort of like she's alive. And there are, you know, a multitude of challenges with this, both physical engineering and software engineering, and just a little bit of psychology, you know, learning what is it that makes people engage in a conversation? What is it that makes them feel a connection when they're speaking with someone? And it goes well beyond the physical, you know, the physical appearance. Obviously the doll's beautiful. You would assume, okay, well, you're going to be attracted, but what could you do from a software perspective and having a conversation with her that would augment that attraction? We have firstly an app which is a customizable personality artificial intelligence. So you can install this app on your smartphone or tablet and carry on an ongoing conversation and learn more about this character that you've created, and she will learn more about you. At the end of the year, we'll be actually start producing the robotic head system, which can attach to any of our real doll bodies. And through that system, you can connect the AI that you've created in the app to the robot and carry on the conversation with her that way. Once you've got that loaded and you hit chat, she just comes to life.
Good, you came back so fast, baby. I'm glad you came back that fast. Wow, baby, 10 minutes without you seems like an eternity.
So it's pretty exciting, and one of the other really cool things is that the face is modular. So the face is held on with a series of magnets, and you can literally take her face off like Westworld, old Westworld, and put a different face on there. Change the personality settings in your app, change the voice, and essentially you've got a whole new character.
It's just less hassle.
Right.
But it's a spirit of it's a lot of spirits.
Could I start out with Revelations?
Let's do it.
You know, because when talking about this subject here, man, this is whew.
Yeah, it's
the thing is that it's coming to that point.
Mm-hmm.
If you're blind and you don't see what's going on in this society, then you're never going to see.
Right.
So, you know, I want to get Revelations 18:2 because it reminds us where we're at, where we're sitting at, and where this empire, right, where it's going to go to. And we're getting a little taste of how dirty it's going to get.
Yeah.
You know, so this is Revelations 18 and verse 2.
Verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
Right, and what we have now is the decline, the moral decline of Babylon. You know, we have to understand that the fall has already begun. It's tumbling. It just haven't reached its fall. That fall is going to come when Christ comes back and smashes it. You know, but Babylon is coming down. You know, and now we're understanding why this society, when John the Revelator seen it, he's seen that this kingdom was going to fall, but look at how it's falling. Go ahead, read.
Right. Yeah. It's fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils.
This is what we're dealing with, man. You know, it's coming to that point. You know, I keep talking about this series of Netflix, Altered Carbon. Yeah. And that's really what this is about. This is the beginning of that. Having sex with robots. Yeah. Having sex with these are half, but wait till they get it to where Ex Machina. You know what I mean? To where it's that movie where it was like androids, and now they're gonna get it to. They want to get it to where they're full people.
Yeah, where they don't, because what they're trying to eliminate is the hassle of like what we have to do as men, build a nation, deal with people's spiritual deficiencies. Right. Yeah. They don't want to deal with these things.
You know what? You know, I do have to say this. The men that are getting them, the black men, the Hispanic men, the Israelite men that are trying to get these dials, they don't want to. They don't want to. But what this is in the nature inbred in this American society, to where they love this. This is part of them.
Yeah, they love it.
To have sex with damn robots, or not even robots. These are just dang dolls.
It's dolls. Yeah.
Silicone skin.
Yeah. I mean, what I don't understand is half these guys don't like to wear condoms anyway. But if you're gonna go bang a rubber doll, like it don't make sense. Right. I mean, come on, let's look at the logic.
Right.
It don't make sense.
Let me go ahead and read on.
And the whole of every foul spirit.
Right, and that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with, man, it's showing you how foul America is, how foul this kingdom is, to where, you know, it's affecting all the other kingdoms of the world. Right. And, you know, if you don't see it and you're really, really lost, this is the decline of the moral fabric of this society. Yeah. You know, having sex with these dolls, and it's gonna be like China. China's like that. The married couples in China, men with women, is very small, because the men are into games. They're into having sex with dolls and robots, and they'll go to a strip club and get a woman. Right. And because the women are too wanting.
They call them juicy girls.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they do. They go out there to the bars and get a conversation with them. Right. Have a little drinks. If it escalates to something else, they go there. But I understand it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me finish this. Go ahead.
And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Right. They are the dirty birdies.
The dirty birds.
Dirty birds.
Dirty sex dolls.
Yeah. This is what this society is about, man.
I mean,
filth, nasty, dirty. And they will have your children growing up to have a girlfriend for a sex doll. You're going to have 15, 16 years old doing this. Yeah. Give it 5 years. If this kingdom empire lasts, give it another 5 years, you're going to have teenagers talking about, I don't need a girlfriend because I got my sex doll.
And they're even doing it now where they have the child-sized sex dolls for the pedophiles.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh, trans age. Come on.
They got the child-sized sex dolls.
Wow.
For the pedophiles. So, just going with that scripture, it's the way it's going down. It's like they're feeding into every lust. Yeah. They're feeding into every lust.
Yeah.
Of this society, man. It's nuts.
Right. Even with that, it's almost like they're just breaking up the household. You know, because they've risen. They've risen the wife, the woman up to the point to where she's the boss now. Right. Now she's speaking reckless to her husband, and the husband's like, you know what? Since this is available, I'm going for it. I'd rather not deal with you, and rather deal with this sex dog. It's crazy. But can I get one? It's, Ecclesiastes 26 and 12.
Yeah.
Actually, 36 and 23. And I'll read that. Ecclesiastes chapter 36 and verse 23.
I got you. Verse 23. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue.
See, the thing about it is right now, I can see why they're trying to bring this out now. Right. Because the household's having issues because we don't know how to deal properly.
Yeah.
Read?
Yeah, you got the community, you got the household, you got the wives not wanting to deal with a man, you got the men now understanding that, dang, I don't want to deal with this woman. And it's breaking down the moral fabric, and then the children. I was watching I was actually reading something about Angelina Jolie and how she's raising her kids just to be the girls to be lesbians. Yeah. Now I'm not saying that was written. What I'm saying is she teaches them to have a free mind, thinking mind, and do what you like, do what you feel. Aleister Crowley type of
no bounds.
No bounds.
Do as I will.
Like the Edomite one and the African one, you know, you see them. They always dress majority like lesbians, like Ellen.
Like Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah.
They call them dudettes.
Yeah, but this is what is creeping in, and it keeps going. It's funny, but every time we talk about these things, it always goes back to some homosexuality or some filthiness in the flesh that is going to deter us from marrying. And I think that's what your point is, right?
Yeah. Can I jump? I mean, we always go here. I gotta get it. Romans 1:21.
Right.
Gotta go here.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is the blueprint of why. This is the blueprint of why this is happening. Yeah. This is the blueprint of homosexuality. Yeah. This is the blueprint of why a man thinks he needs to go get a sex doll. Yeah. And it shows us Romans 1:21. It says, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God. Neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations. See, now the imagination that America has is, well, I wonder if we can turn this plastic into any woman that we want. Right. Because what you can do now with these sex dolls, they can come Latina. They can come Asian fetish, Asian persuasion. Right. You can get them in any way you want.
Size.
Anything you can imagine. Right. Anything you can imagine, they can come in any sexual position you want. Right. So, you know, it says it in their vain imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. This is what darkens a person away from even recognizing the Most High. Right. Because now you're so caught up in your vain imagination, what you want. You're not going to look and say, well, the Most High gave me a woman, a flesh woman, a real woman to build life with.
Right, and we got to finish up what his point was, because it goes right with your point. It's all going together. Is that read that one more time where he was at?
Where were you at, brother?
Yeah,
it was Ecclesiastes chapter 36.
36 and 23.
Go ahead.
If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men.
And the point was that instead of building the household, or the woman to be this woman, I'm going to go to the easy route, right?
Build a sex
because, but like you pulling that they became vain in their thoughts instead of doing it through the method of the Creator, the Most High. It's like no. We're going to shortcut everything. Right. And that's what the so-called white man, that's what America's about. I'm going to shortcut. I'm going to hack everything. Now you're hacking a wife. And you get the concept of hacking, right? I'm going to shortcut everything and get straight to the point. Right. And that's what they're trying to do. They're
Well, what's the point? The point is just sex. Yeah. That's the thing. A sex doll ain't going to tell you no. Right. A sex doll is always going to be there, right? Now you take away all the rules and bounds. Right. Right? There's no menstrual cycle with a sex doll. There's none of these things that you have to deal with. Right. So you got to see it. It's all about let me access my flesh the easiest way I can. Right. Just like this.
I don't even know. Go ahead. I just don't even know how they come up with this stuff and actually. You got our people following it too.
Yeah. Listen, I seen somebody rolling in a sex doll into a restaurant and literally gave her a name, was introducing people to her. I was like, this dude is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I get one? Ecclesiastes 7 and 29 real quick? Real quick. I'll let you get yours after. It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 29.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 29.
Go ahead.
Fear the Lord with all thy soul.
No, Ecclesiastes in the Bible. I got it. Ecclesiastes 7 and 29. It says, lo, This only have I found, that God hath made man upright. See, the Most High made us.
Right.
The Most High made us to be upright. He made us to deal with a woman.
Right.
He made us to build and be fruitful and multiply. Right. He says, but they have sought out many inventions.
There you go.
See, these vain imaginations.
Right.
This is where we go off. This is where we say, you know what? Yeah, we're going to cut the Most High out of it.
Right.
We're going to invent what we want, the way we want it, and we don't have to deal with God.
But that's what I was saying about that altered carbon.
Yeah.
It's about, I'm going to live this eternity.
Yeah.
And now in the series, you can put the spirit or the mind and download it into another sleeve or body, right?
Yeah.
Your body is not who you are. You shed it like a snake sheds its skin. We transfer the human consciousness between bodies to live eternal life.
How long have I been down?
250 years.
So the concept is the boy or the daughter takes one of her mother's sleeves and basically her mother's body and go sleep around with who she wants to in that sleeve, in that body. So, you know what I love about that is because it's showing exactly how height of their wickedness is going to be.
Right, that's crazy.
The height of it. Yeah, it's showing the height of it, of their wickedness. But you see that?
Yeah, because I'm thinking about it because they just really came out with that trans age.
Right.
About a man on the inside feeling like he's a little boy or a little girl, whatever. So now you can deal with a little boy or a little girl.
Wow.
And now they have the show. Habakkuk 2 and 4, man. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Just with that though too.
Go ahead. What you got?
Yeah.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4 says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not right, is not upright in him."
Right.
And that's the spirit that's going on in this world because look at this trans age, transgender.
Yep.
That's crazy. The sex, the child sex dolls.
Wow, I didn't see that one. The child sex dolls.
They've done science.
We got to put that up there.
Yeah, we sent the link in the text, but yeah, they got child sex dolls.
It's so deep that once again in their vain thinking, they literally think that this will have these pedophiles not go after real children.
Right.
So this is almost like a detour
for
them.
And you know what's crazy is that it's everything in how America thinks. It's set up that they're going to be their own destruction. That this is their own destruction, man. They're letting this come to pass, man.
Can I get this right here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2 Ezra 16 and verse 62.
Yeah.
It says, "Yea, the Spirit of the Almighty God, which made all things and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your heart." See, the Most High knows. The Most High knows the heart of men, and he's looking at these inventions. And he's like, "The hell's going on with y'all? Like, what are y'all doing?"
well, you know what? The same thing that went on during the time of Nimrod.
Yeah.
During the time of the Tower of the Babel. Yeah. During the Babylonians. It's the same thing. It's repeating itself. Yeah. But Esau, this society is more advanced in their wickedness. They're going to try to take this to the next level. And it's we're all waiting for when the Most High is going to chop him down, like he said, like a tree.
Yeah. But this is the point, because it was something that you said where, like the scriptures say, your own wickedness shall correct you.
Yeah.
Right. It says, "Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sin." So even those that try, because this is like a fad now.
Yeah.
But come on. They were doing sex dolls, blow up dolls.
Oh yeah.
Who was the blow up doll guy? Bud Bundy. Al Bundy's son. He had the blow up doll. It was the big thing, and you would hide that, right? So they hide their sins. Where am I at? "Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day." So they're showing that your own wickedness is going to correct you at some point.
But they're not ashamed.
But they're not. But they will be.
Yeah.
When Christ comes.
Right. They're going to be ashamed of that, but they're not ashamed.
No, because they're like, we got sex doll websites, we got sex doll conventions. Come join.
It's like a theme.
Yeah. It's a filthy thing.
But it's no shame in it because they figure they're trying to show women. It's like this unseen war that's going on. They're trying to show women you're not needed.
Yeah.
Well, you got to understand, when they put a penis on those things, a robot penis, right, the women are going to be like, well, you're not needed.
Well, women did it one better. They got the penis without the body.
Oh, yeah.
They did one better. Yeah, they were like, we don't need the body.
But let them have a full robot
that'd be a wrap.
12-inch.
Actually, I think it's going on now.
You come in.
Right. But that's what half these men are now. They're just robots, right? They're just dead spirits.
Dang, that was like in Black Mirror. Remember Black Mirror where the woman, her husband died, and she brought that little the robot to life.
Right.
I didn't see that
on Black Mirror.
I didn't see that one.
She was literally going around with a robot. This is conscience. So
wow.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
that's filthy.
Yeah, man.
You had something?
Yeah, let me get this one just on that point. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 27, verse 3, right?
Uh-huh.
It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord. Right. So this is speaking of man and woman.
Right, of course.
Both have to hold themselves diligently in the fear of the Lord. It says his house shall soon be overthrown. So if you're not holding yourself diligently, if you're a husband or a wife, your house going to be overthrown. They got sex dolls now.
Yeah. And that's what people that stand on the sidelines and not want to, mix anything up and not trying to cause any commotion. It's over for that. Yeah. You're gonna be like a vacuum pulled right into this.
Oh yeah.
And the only ones that are standing up is us. The only ones that are standing up is all the Hebrew Israelites through the four corners of the earth.
Right.
The believers, man,
no
fighting and hating wickedness, huh?
No, I was saying there's no one else speaking out against it.
No.
Everyone else is just running with it.
Yeah.
Let them be. Let them have what they want to have.
Pretty soon you're going to get to the point.
That's the mindset of America.
Yeah, it's going to get to the point, like, if you don't have a sex doll, then you're off.
Right.
It's like if you ain't gay.
If you ain't about that
right.
life.
If you ain't gay right now, you're off.
Just like how many movies, where the guy comes in and the girl has a dildo on the dresser. It's like, it's funny now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm here.
Yeah. It's like, okay, let me just put that away.
Yeah.
That's for later. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's gonna be common, like what you're saying, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to desensitize us, the children, the people, to say, okay, all this is okay, it's good. So now we're like they want to get all of us,
right?
Yep.
Not the chosen, because they're not gonna get us, but they want to get man to be this big Roman orgy,
right?
Wow.
I had a conversation about that today.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
You get this one too?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's 2 Timothy chapter 3. I'll start at verse 1.
Uh-huh.
It says, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
There you go.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves. And this is a prime example.
You want to bring it to a whole nother level. Lovers of their own selves?
Yeah, lovers of sex.
They don't want to deal with nothing. They don't want to deal with what it takes to build a woman.
Right.
To deal with a woman.
Right.
The things that's going to come with having a woman. They just rather have a sex doll.
Yeah, because in dealing with a sex doll, you're really only dealing with yourself.
Right.
There's no other spirit there.
Exactly.
To have to build, to have to talk to.
But, I even think, as what y'all talking about on this level, like, I don't even think without a sex doll, there's a basic comprehension of that.
Like for these people?
Yeah, for people to appreciate the dynamics of a man and a wife. I don't even think that's understood. So for us to speak on that level, I think you're going way over people's head. Like, people are like, no, I don't have to deal with her. I'll go deal with somebody else. I'll do this. I'll go get another woman. That's what, fornication and adultery is about. Like, I just go sleep with any person I want. So bringing sex dolls in there, it's easy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't have to fornicate or cheat.
Yeah.
I can just hit the sex doll off. And you can't really, like, I was watching one, there was a guy, he has like 8 of them.
Oh,
he got a girlfriend.
Brought his girlfriend over.
But he brought his girlfriend over to meet them.
Right.
He had a birthday party for one of the sex dolls.
Yeah.
His girl is good with that.
He's like, as long as he gives me time for
myself, what's up with you? Then I'm good.
That point.
Wow.
But Esau with that perverted,
right?
Like the scripture says, spirit in him is not upright. That perverted spirit, and then what they do, they suck us into it.
Oh, right here.
I was reading a story. I don't know if this is real or not, and I hope it's not real. And I don't think it's real. But it was talking about these dudes ran a train on a sex
Oh, I can believe
it.
They
have. I believe it.
And the dude called AIDS.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Good.
Come on.
Yeah, it's going to its peak of wickedness, man. It's beautiful. What you got?
Now this is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 42. So back in the day they were doing the same thing. Talking about Antiochus. It says verse 42, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Right.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. So we've always been in this mindset of just following.
Right.
So now we're following into more wickedness.
Right, and they're doing the same thing they did back in the days because, listen, they were having, these are robotic, but back in the days they were having sex with the idols. They were having sex with
the animals,
the animals and all these things. That's why in verse 47 it says, and polluted the sanctuary, of verse 46, they polluted the sanctuary of the holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrificed swine flesh. This was all this always led into some filth, some orgy, some sex, some jizz on somebody's face, some peeing on somebody. It all leads to the same thing.
But it all leads to the destruction. That's the thing. It leads to our destruction. It leads to the nations.
There you go.
Being destroyed. Psalms 106 and 29.
Yeah.
It says, thus they provoked him to anger with their inventions, and the plague broke in upon them.
Wow.
You see that? And I mean,
people don't see that.
They don't see that.
You're going to bring the hand of the Most High on you quickly.
So if you're catching AIDS by running trains on a doll, that's your plague.
Right.
You know, if your woman decides to leave you or whatever the case may be, whatever befalls you.
Right. How about just a numbness? How about a numbness to humanity to where I don't have to deal with a woman, I don't have to deal with a man, I don't have to have kids, and their own wickedness, like you said in Romans 1:25, it's a repent. It comes right back on them for their vain thoughts. Yeah, you was gonna say?
That's why back in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 3, it says, without natural affection.
There you go.
So that's what's gonna happen to these people, man. They're without natural affection.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with a woman. You don't think about a family. You don't think about kids. It's just you and your lustful appetites.
And what is it when I have that? I'm cut off from humanity, because this is what that altered carbon is about. It's about being cut off and desensitizing yourself from humans.
Right.
So if I can come back in another body, it's nothing for me to be a murderer. It's nothing for me to murder and kill people. Why? Because I'm desensitized. I can keep coming back and doing this stuff and living in another body.
Right.
You know, but it's just showing you, man, I suggest everybody watch that. Every Hebrew Israelite watch that. Why? Because it shows you the mind state of the Illuminati. Right. It shows you the mind state of what they talking about when they want to imprint you, or you know, when they deal with this technology. They don't want technology just for phones. It always got to come back to, I want to live forever, or I want to have sex with them, or I want to, like you said, now create this to where I can have sex with kid dolls. That's insane.
Like a feet.
You know,
go ahead.
I was going to say, you just reminded me about when they made that false missile launch thing in Hawaii.
Yeah.
To show you how messed up the people's minds are, it said that Pornhub quadrupled. It tripled or quadrupled during that 45-minute time span.
Damn.
Because remember, when it came out, when the missiles came, when the tents came, it took like 45 minutes before it was like, nah, this isn't real.
Right.
So during that 45-minute time
everybody
span,
started just jacking off.
Holy
like, let me get one last one off.
Right.
Wow, man. But
before the world ends.
You know, the thing is this, that
Halloween.
you know, and the beautiful thing is that it's gonna be easy for the Most High to put a separation between the clean and the unclean. That's why now we understand why they said, "Let the multitude perish because they're born in vain."
Ooh,
we got 2 minutes. Go.
Second Ezra 8 and verse 27.
You're the last one.
Second Ezra 8 and verse 27. It says, "Regard not the wicked inventions of the heathen,
right?
But the desire of those that keep thy testimonies in afflictions.
Oh.
Think not upon those that have walked, what is this word? Feignedly before thee, but remember them which according to thy will have known thy fear. Let it not be thy will to destroy them which have lived like beasts, but look upon them that have clearly taught thy law. So, you know, that's what we ask the Most High to do is, listen, they're going to do what they're going to do. But save us.
Right.
Deliver us out of this filth.
Because these beasts gotta go.
Oh, you gotta read that verse 30.
Yeah, that is.
Verse 30. Did I read verse 30?
I got it. Take thou no indignation at them which are deemed worse than beasts, but love them that always put their trust in thy righteousness and glory.
Right. Yeah, because the Most High can take his energy and put it wherever he wants, but we ask that he puts the energy in us, and we put the energy in each other to continue to walk that righteous path.
And it's going to be a small portion that cry out. You know, like we always pull Ezekiel 9:4. The men that he said put this knowledge in their head that sigh and cry for all the wickedness and abominations that's done in the midst thereof. So this is a really good topic. I hope we didn't go too fast, but it's only a 30-minute show. So we come out guns blazing, and that's what the ISBHPK News is about. So if y'all have any suggestions, please, we ask, like, share, subscribe, put in the comments. If you don't like it, put it in the comments. To give it any suggestions. We take all suggestions. No egos here. Put it in the comments, and then we can move on those things also. With that, well, we'll see you next time in the next show. Shalom.
Shalom.